And the death toll is climbing after another devastating earthquake in Turkey.
Yeah, several people are dead and hundreds more are injured in the aftermath. This video shows the second that the 6.3 magnitude earthquake rattled the southern part of the country. The tremors were reportedly felt in Syria, Lebanon, and Egypt.
This latest aftershock hits just 2 weeks after deadly earthquakes struck in Turkey and Syria. More than 45,000 people are dead, and that number has continued to rise. Recovery efforts continue underway in both countries.
CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams joins us now. Holly, welcome. Tell us, what's the situation on the ground in the aftermath of this most recent earthquake?
Good afternoon, Lily and Lana. This was significantly smaller than the earthquake back on February the 6th. That was 7.8 magnitude, but the epicenter was very close by, also in Hatay province in southern Turkey. And it was apparently felt not just in neighbouring countries like Syria, but as far away as Egypt. At least 8 people have been reported killed and around 300 injured in Turkey alone, according to officials there. There are reports that buildings that were damaged in the first quake earlier this month collapsed during this second quake, both in Turkey and over the border in Syria. As you can imagine, survivors of the first quake, for them, this must have been terrifying. And in fact, the United Nations said some of its employees who were handing out aid to earthquake survivors, and some of them have been sleeping in cars to do their work, were frightened by this quake.
I can't imagine how triggering that must be for people who survived it, and how frightening for those stepping in. But I mean, this is, of course, a second massive or big or significant earthquake after the ones that hit Syria and Turkey. But there have been continuing, there's been aftershocks. Talk to us about the aid and resources that are now needed as the aftershocks continue to help in recovery and all the other efforts to help the people that need it most.
Yeah, well, before we even talk about this quake, we have to talk about the first quake and its devastating effects. And Turkey and Syria pretty clearly are lacking the resources they need to deal with that first giant earthquake back on February the 6th. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says that nearly 900,000 people in Turkey are now living in tents. And you may remember that the Turkish government was criticised domestically for not acting faster to help people after that first quake. Now, Turkish officials have been warning people not to go back into the wreckage of their former homes, but understandably, it seems that not everyone has listened to that advice, and apparently some of those killed in this quake were inside a damaged building.
Wow. Holly Williams, thank you.